Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we're gonna take a look at the new community day which just got announced, and I have to say something before that. There's going to be another video in like, I don't know, 1 or 2 hours where I talk about all the November events. I recorded this on Friday already, so I didn't know about the community day immediately. It's in there already, but I didn't know the text at that point. But we're gonna talk a little bit about what this community can do here. Of course, it's going to be Wooper as well as Paldean Wooper. Paldean Wooper is not going to evolve into Paldean Quagsire, but into Clodsire. And the difference for this is that Clodsire is actually part poison. Looks a little bit different, looks kinda nice to be fair, it's a cool Pokemon. But here we're gonna take a look at the community day itself. Community day going to be on Sunday, November 5th from 2 PM till 5 PM. It's going to be at a time where I'm not going to be available, so hopefully I can still catch a few Paldean Wooper and maybe make a video a little bit later, but you don't gonna get an early one because I'm gonna be away. But otherwise, you're gonna be able to take a look now at this one. You're gonna see the featured attacks, and it's going to be Quagsire with Awkward here. I saw like one source before commenting about this. I didn't include this in the video, which you're gonna see in like 2 hours or whatever, because I didn't really see more sources towards it. But yes, it's going to be Awkward here on Quagsire, which is interesting. Going to take a look if this is going to be actually an improvement for it afterwards. Definitely an interesting move, going to do 50 damage, 35 energy move, so it's a very spammy one for Quagsire. And it's already spammy, of course, with Mud Bomb, so doesn't really make a difference. You're gonna take a look at this one afterwards. And again, Clodsire gonna get Mega Horn. Spoiler alert, I don't think you're ever gonna want to have this move on this Pokemon. I don't really see why you want to have this one. Like, if you think about it, what is Clodsire really weak against? Psychic? I guess you can hit Psychic types with that one. That's the main real one that you can hit with it. Otherwise, like water types, ground types, they don't care about your Mega Horn. But at the end of the day, you're gonna beat Psychic types with this one. Maybe something like a Cresselia, but do you not beat Cresselia before that already? We might gonna take a look at this one afterwards. But I don't really think that Mega Horn is going to be a great upgrade for Clodsire, which doesn't mean that Clodsire is a bad Pokemon. You're gonna see as well now, this Pokemon is amazing. But let's take a look real quick at the rest of it. Of course, Muddy Buddy, which is of course a funny name for the researcher like this one. Not gonna lie. Okay, you're gonna take a look here real quick. Of course, $1 research is the same as always. I don't really have to go over it. We're going to have 2 times Catch Candy as always. We're going to have 1/2. Oh, never mind. Wait, what? 2 times Catch Candy, 2 times 1/2 of the hatch distance for the incubator. That's different. Like, usually you would have a higher bonus than this one. Is there anything else towards it? I didn't really look through it. It literally just got announced. There's only 1/2. Usually it's 1/4, isn't it? So they nerfed that bonus even though it was already the worst bonus of them all. Like, am I missing something? Like, honestly, I don't know why. Like, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter to me. I thought it was always 1/4 of the distance. So, like, you have more than just 1/2, but maybe I'm wrong about it. I think I'm not, but like, that's kind of weird. But it doesn't really matter, honestly, because the bonus itself is pretty damn garbage. So if they make it worse, it's basically like not having a bonus at all. We're gonna have 4-star rates afterwards with Paldean Wooper, of course, as a shiny as well, which is kind of nice. Which is really cool in general. We're going to have field research, Pokemon showcases, all the same stuff. We have a really bad box in the web shop. Please don't buy this, it's not really worth it. Event bundle is going to be also the same basically every time that we have a community day. And we have like some really nice stickers. Like, look at the Clodsire here. You can see Clodsire in the background floating around, being a happy boy, but in general, very cool community day. Of course, for the most people, you're here for the PvP side. And honestly, we're going to have a lot to talk a little bit about here. We're going to have the Quagsire first, which is going to have no Awkward Tail. Awkward Tail is, of course, already in the game, so we don't have to mess around it. The first 2 are the current variants of it that are not running Awkward Tail, with the Shadow as well as the normal variant of it. But let's take a look what this is going to be here. And we're going to see the difference between Awkward Tail and the Stone Edge. And I'm not sure how happy I am about it, but I can see that there are 2 things that could happen here. Either you're going to have the moveset of Awkward Tail and Mud Bomb, or you have the moveset of Awkward Tail and Stone Edge. I'm not sure what is actually better here, because I feel like that Stone Edge is actually a cool move for Quagsire, which makes it a little bit better than the Swampert. Like, yes, you're going to be a little bit spammier than the Swampert, you're going to be able to win against the Swampert, I guess, because of this. But do you really want to be like just spammy? Do you not want to have like some kind of nuke move, especially against flying type Pokemon as a ground type? So let's take a look real quick here at the middle. Like, the middle page is basically the normal Quagsire with the Awkward Tail as well as Mud Bomb, which you can see here is really decent. And next to it, the Shadow variant seems to lose a little bit against it, but I guess it just really depends on the matchup, to be fair. I think both of them are totally fine with the new morph Awkward Tail. But then we're gonna see here at the side, Awkward Tail plus Stone Edge, and I might even want to make this Shadow, because I feel like, smart by me, of course, not like this, but I think that the Shadow variant might actually be interesting for this one as well. As we're going to see here, the Shadow variant is a little bit better, I think, than the normal variant if you want to go for this. But you have two basically ways to go with it. If you want to go for the Mud Bomb, you're going to be better off against a lot of the Steel-type Pokemon like Registeel, as you can see on the right side. You're not as great against Registeel, but you still win against Registeel. So I actually don't think that Mud Bomb is necessary on this Pokemon anymore. Like, where do you really want this? Maybe the Alolan Sandslash? But even then, like, you can just go for 2 Awkward Tails and I think you're fine as well. So I think the play is actually to drop the Mud Bomb instead of the Stone Edge for this Pokemon. Because I feel like you don't really want to have always 2 spammy moves on it, and I feel like that might be the better one. You could even go spicy if you didn't know. Quagsire actually learns the move Sludge Bomb as well, Sludge Bomb as far as I know. So like if you want to like troll those Serperior, it's a really niche move though, but I feel like it would be a funny one. Acid Spray doesn't really make too much sense on a Pokemon that doesn't do fast move pressure, but yeah, Sludge Bomb would be a cool one just to troll some. Maybe if Fairy types are going to be a little bit more common, but then again, the most common Fairy type usually in the Great League is going to be either a Azumarill, where it does make sense, or the what's called the Ninetales, which doesn't matter because you have Stone Edge anyway. But now we're going to take a look at Clodsire real quick, as Clodsire is going to be a new Pokemon coming into the meta. Like, look at the bulk. This is like similar bulk to, for example, if you take a look at Umbreon or something. Umbreon has a little bit more, but it's kind of the same. So like insanely bulky Pokemon, same typing as a Nidoqueen, and interesting movesets there where I'm not sure what actually going to be really the best one. I think this is the best one. We're going to see another part for Clodsire in the video later on, which I already recorded a little bit longer. Like, there were some stuff that came up, for example, the video about Zygarde, which I want to push before that, and then the community day. But it learns Mud Shot as well as Poison Jab, which is kind of nice. We have Surf, and a ton of different movesets. Again, Acid Spray actually can help for this Pokemon because you have Poison Jab. Like, Poison Jab plus Acid Spray is really cool together. Asking for, of course, the Tentacool, which usually runs this. But you basically Tentacool and bulkier, so I feel like Acid Spray has a lot of value. You have Earthquake, which I feel like is nearly a must-have on this Pokemon, because otherwise you're gonna struggle against Registeel. But if you are in a meta where Registeel is not allowed, you most likely don't need Earthquake either. And then there's Sludge Bomb, which is kind of wild. And then there's Stone Edge, which is kind of wild. And I think this Pokemon still... Does it get released before the Halloween Cup ends? Because for Halloween Cup, this Pokemon would be insane as well. But let's take a look here real quick. You have the last one, of course, with Mega Horn. And Surf is kind of needed because it's your best cheap move, basically, to go for this Pokemon. As you're going to see here, yeah, on the right side, you see it does not really make any kind of difference there, in my opinion, to have Mega Horn. Mega Horn is honestly just weaker in general. Against Pokemon like Quagsire, you win already, because Quagsire usually doesn't run Psychic type coverage beside the fast move, which doesn't do damage. And we can see here already, the middle one is, in my opinion, the best one, where you have Earthquake. Yes, you're going to lose, or like, yeah, play neutral against Machamp in that scenario, but if you take a look at Machamp in other scenarios, you're going to be able to win this in the 2-shade, kind of guaranteed as a Clodsire. So, or do you? No, never mind, you win this in the 0-shade guaranteed as a Clodsire. It's like always a little bit confusing here, but yeah, as a Clodsire, you win the 0-shields, not the 2-shields. But I don't know how much it really changes. So with Sludge Bomb here, we can take a look at this one as well real quick. Yeah, you're going to win the 2-shields there. It's always kind of awkward because this is like here always an average between the 0 and the 1-shield. So basically both stats get together and divided then. So here it looks like that I basically draw in the 1-shield or whatever, but it isn't the case. So like it's a little bit more complex there, but definitely in my opinion Earthquake has a better moveset. But they're going to be a part in a different video later on as well. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to leave a like. Cannot even talk anymore. But very cool community day. Honestly, I'm excited for it. I'm not really understanding the bonus for it, but maybe there was a mistake by Niantic, which we also know already kind of often happens like this. But yeah, that's going to be it. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to like. And also, Paldean Wooper is a cool Pokemon, so definitely leave a like for this cool boy here. Bye bye.